Welcome back, everyone. Okay, so if you haven't seen the last video, this is a bit of a follow-up video to that one just a few days later from what has happened and how I got to where I am, and then what my plans are for the next part, and especially this video in maybe a few hours. So what happened was I moved over to an island over here somewhere. I can't remember, actually. I can find it based on this guy. To this island here, and I was fighting around here in the last video. That went all well, but it was quite congested, and the main people I was wanting to fight were the builders, and they moved away over to this island, and they were starting to build up over here. So it was this X-Bus guy and Cold Piper who were fighting. So I went and slugged it out, and I focused on targeting X-Bus, who was he was the one who was being built, not the builder. And my reason for doing that was if I could cripple the one being built by taking his cities, especially after he had just captured some 130s, then I was going to slow him down a lot, and in turn that slows the builder down. I was too far behind Cold Piper to fight him directly. So that was my plan. This is where we got to. X-Bus got a bit sick of me chasing him around the map, and he declared he's going to play solo for the rest of the season. So we've sort of been sitting alongside each other in a nice amicable state, shall we say. Okay, so I've been sitting in Recruiter for 24 hours now, and as of today just been slowly grinding up my troops per hour, so I'm looking pretty good, and I'm managing to get myself in a pretty good position. The problem is Cold Piper has now run away over to this island, and he's been building up Romantic Cat and some others on this island. As you can see, these are all Cold Piper cities, the red ones. So I ideally do need to go over and fight him, but there's quite a few people who have teamed up with him here, and it's going to be a big uphill battle for me to actually be able to lock in and win that one. So my second idea was to go and fight this other builder, which is this guy here, and notably he only has one city here. He's playing a bit of a strategic game, I believe, because he's building doofins over here on a different island, which is about 4 or 5 islands away. And the big problem that I see with this team is this island was an isolated standout island. It was hanging off the side of the map. This is where that map ended, but now we've just had new islands spawn, and if we have a look, we've got, they're running the poor logo, or as I like to call it, the furry team. And they've got more over this side. So we're going to have a problem of them having 3 islands soon if I don't do something about it. So that's the plan. I have been marching troops over to temples just next door. I wanted to get onto this new island before they managed to capture the whole lot up. And now I'm just marching over 87G troops, which will bring this to just over 100G, but I'm going to send 9G across to, where'd it go? There we go, to this temple here, once, just before the big march lands, and then I'll speed boost the rest across. My plan is to respec from where I am at the moment, so I am currently in full Recruiter. I'm going to go 500% Striker and the rest into Russia, which will bring me to about perfectly 1100, which should be nice for maybe being able to outpace these guys while still being able to hit a decent amount. I also, in the last 24 hours, have not claimed a single Recruiter, and so that will be how I'm going to get my troops here. Troops have just landed, and we're going to run into a problem here where we've got over 100G, but that's not the worst problem to have. So we'll scout the C1D fella, because he doesn't have as many cities right here. And if there's nothing in this one, okay, so we'll send half our stack over to this. No, he's gone demo in the time it took me to get here. Okay, so we'll scout Doofin's cities here. Okay, fingers crossed. We send half. I'm going to respec. Gives me an extra 100%, which will be 50G, which will clear it, but I'll send that much. I should have respect first. And the reason I should have respect first is because I was going to put some in Russia. So we'll do that now. Delaying my second attack is not a bad move if he's online, because it will force him to heavily commit to moving over there. Max that. And yeah, we'll keep going into Russia. Okay, good luck me. Okay, we've got a main change coming, so this might be an unsuccessful attempt. And it's future me. Yeah, that didn't go to plan at all, did it? Well, we went for a big long walk all around the map to the other side of the island. Then I sent myself a 2-hour long demo march to a low level 79 or something like that, and then that actually managed to land. But we're on the left hand side of this island now, and after landing on the island, main change, claimed my 500G. Now we're just wandering on up and hitting the red cities, just trying to get closer to the main base of the enemy. Sorry if you hear a bit of background noise, there's a thunderstorm going on at the moment, nothing I can do about that. So, just marching to 4 different cities at the moment, and you see the one that's just coming in on the bottom right hand side of the screen. I launched that at the exact same time, but it's a whole minute later just due to the shitty pathing where it decided it wanted to go all the way to the right just to get hung up on this bit of water. So yeah, a little bit frustrating on that one. I'm just going to keep moving my troops across. This is at 4 times speed just to make it a little bit more interesting for you guys to watch while we get into position. And I just wanted to showcase how I got onto the island. I'm now going to go into this Russia temple and then start working my way across. I'm probably going to cut at this point here, and the plan is to get over to the city I just clicked on. I'm going to cut at this point because there's no live commentary, and it will just be nicer for you guys to come in once we're at the live commentary part. There will be a few parts of this video that are not live commentary, and that's just due to my availability to record and commentate at the same time. Okay guys, see you soon. Okay, we're about to land. Issue is, we're under attack at our old base by this guy. And I kind of thought that that could happen. I'm going to leave these troops here and march this lot over to join them. And recall troops onto this. It's not going to be outrageously bad, because he's still going to be red to me. I can always come back and fight him back for these cities. But yeah, just a little bit of an annoyance. I'll put that over to here as well. Regroup on this city and just pull these troops in. Okay, that's unfortunate that these troops are so far away now. Potentially I could have main changed back to claim these troops, but if I have a big fight I can do that as well. Okay, we're probably going to need more Russia here rather than Striker, so we'll just keep investing in Striker. In Russia. Just got it totally wrong just there. Okay, this is good. Speed boost these across to here. We've got 160 over here. We'll bring them across. Get it all piled up. And yeah, we've gone pink, but as we lose cities, we might he might go back red again for a little bit at least. But it's not hugely major. I don't have to place well this season. I'm just here to fight them out. Okay, so what's he hitting for? 3.5. 2.8. Unfortunate. I've invested a lot of gold in these cities, so I should get a decent return off them at least. Let's move this lot back over to here as well. And we'll start regrouping all the forces nearby and just keep dumping it into here. See if we can get it higher, and we'll throw away gold at this one, I guess. So if I regroup all those, these. It's not too bad that I'm losing them to Xbus now. Xbus has said that he's playing solo now, so it's fair game for me to lose my cities to a solo player. It is a little unfortunate that he got such a big advantage on non-solo, like because he started off as being built. He's got a lot more troops than a normal solo player, so that would be my only concern. Anyway, looks like we just completed this whole event in one. So while we're waiting for troops to march, let's have a quick look at what our chests are going to be. This event is always worth claiming straight away, because in plat you just get bugger all troops from it and bugger all gold, so they have really no impact on the outcome of the season if you try and hold on to them. These rewards also don't carry across seasons. Let's just go back to this one here. So we're a minute out. We'll just hover on this while we wait. Check we're still on it. Oh, fuck's sake. I don't think I put many levels on those cities, so it probably wasn't too bad. Let's just have a quick look. Yeah, I didn't put any levels on them, so it's fine. And that was only about 4% down on my total capacity for salvager. Okay, 48 seconds out. Let's start with this one. I could have sworn there was going to be a legendary by the delay. This one here, we're hoping for glove slots. Not the right gloves. There we go, 1700. Current gear situation is I'm going to invest my dust into these 3 pieces here. So then if I use them in Recruiter or Russia, they're just giving me a little bit extra. Eventually, once I've got more Russia gems, I'll probably swap them to Recruiter, but at the moment I don't have enough Russia gems to fill everything. I think my army just glitched out. It's crazy unfortunate. I'll wait for these two to land, and then hopefully my 360G will come back. Let's just throw another scout on this, make sure those troops are still there. They are, cool. So we'll start hitting up him. If I can get a land on that city. Okay, I'll take one more of these cities, and then I'll try and land onto this city. The reason I'll take one more is if he's going to defend and wall me, I'll main change to whatever one I'm not marching from, so potentially this one, just so I don't have to come all the way around the coast. I've still got a few main changes, and that new event, the event for getting double main changes on your expedition is about to start in a few hours, or maybe even have started. So look, no, it's still 6 hours, 12 hours. So yeah, it's about to start, so it's worthwhile. I can use some up now and it's not going to be too bad. Okay, we need much gold here, 100G. So we've got 280G. He's still taking the long way. Wait, oh there we go, there's our troops back. Let's get the multi-scout going. 600G is plenty. Should be enough to easily run over Doofins. And we'll just take all Doofin cities. They're going to be slightly lower at 123s on average, maybe, than what we're losing up the top. But you can't run 2 bases, it just doesn't work. And Xbus, I could potentially go back and just try and wipe them out, but it's not really going to achieve much for us. Other option is I could go across to here and then get a better jump. That actually is a much better plan. back up to the top where we're losing our cities. So we sort of stopped here now. So we want to throw that level in there. So we're only 3.4 still. There's really not going to be much I can do about it, because I just don't have more troops nearby. So I'm going to speed boost 50 over there and then send a sub 100G march across to the 123, and then we sit on that. While we're waiting on those, we might as well just throw a scout on that. Capture that one. $28G, they can get marching up to here. We're going to have a few more before we main change coming over that way, but that's fine. At this late in the season, when we've only got 5 days left and I've had a chance to recruit really well for a whole day, I don't see myself needing level ups to sustain troops anymore. It's all going to be about the recruiter capacity. Level up will obviously be nice at 140G, but I was getting 24G an hour just before, so it's only the equivalent of a few hours. That's obviously dropping at the moment. I've gone down again since Xbus has been attacking me. What we also need to look at, so an hour and a half until my bubble comes up. I'm hoping that he's not going to get through all my cities before I get a chance to bubble, so then I get to keep those for a few hours. But I really want to clean all this up if possible tonight. So I march from here to here, main change first, and then bring these troops across. If I bring those across first, then I won't be able to do the main change. Let's jump back over to my 133. So I need to get to 283G gold before I can get that another level, and then I definitely think it's going to be falling outside the realm of what he can attack. So depending on whether Doofen's is defending or not, I'm going to try and go straight towards his base, because he's pinked to me, so he can't have that many troops. I'm also going to see if I can round up enough troops to send these ones packing. If I can send these ones home before he has a chance to react, then he's a long way away with his troops. I just noticed we've got enough gold, so we'll put another one on that. It's not the most optimal city to be having as our last city, because you'll be able to just stack troops around it, but we don't really have options there. So what are we talking now? 4.7. I don't think he's going to be hitting over 4.7. He's only just over 500% striker. Okay, we're full stacking these because we're not going to have troops sustained for a little while. So best just to keep as many alive as possible. I'm not going to reinforce March, but that's 105, so I'll just send over a sub 10G. Then I'm going to see if I can get over to this 115 as well, while with a really small march. Obviously I can't hit 115 with only 9G, but I'll send that over there after I get the troops that die from this current march. Okay, he's going the other way now. This is fine. I can't defend. If I move these troops off, then I become just too weak at 2.4 T, so they just have to stay, unfortunately. Cool. We'll go right here for now. and grab this one, and then we'll shoot back left after this one, and then from here we'll march the 115 attack. Just on the attacking front, this is what we're looking like. So we're not losing many. Interesting, he's just gone red for me again. He's shot up, he's claimed troops because he's just shot up by about 200 million BP. So let's get some scouts on. I suspect troops are coming to there. We'll send this 30G up to here. And the 7G across. Okay, what have we caught? Not much. We'll just leave some behind to get the wall on this, and I need to be careful to make sure I'm in the correct gear for it. That wasn't... Oh, these are that tiny. They are too. Okay, that doesn't really matter. We will just equip this gear. Just for better troop sustain. These troops are going over to the 103, and we're going to put some levels on that 103. 103 is just too weak. We need it to be 120 odd, just to make it so he has to send a decent march. Okay, we've got a main change here. That shouldn't have been possible, but it might have locked in before I noticed. So we're going back the other way now with these. I doubt he will go for this, but these should recover and potentially I can speed boost. Okay, I've just got that 30G landing there, so I'll send these this way. So even though his main changed, he claimed his troops before he main changed, so I don't think that was actually a good strategy on his part, because his troops are probably up here or something and just marching somewhere, maybe to the city his main change too. It was quite a predictable attack, so he definitely could have done it before I left. We'll get some scouts on these last remaining few, and then we'll do a big scout here. I'm suspecting he's marching to this city here, so I'm actually going to send about 110G over to this one that I've got highlighted and try and draw the troops across, and then go for this one and hopefully catch some reinforcements. 400G simply has to be speed boost in this situation because he's going to be speed boosting. There we go, so that's... So that one shoots across. We'll see if we can bait anything. We'll probably get walled on this. I can't see not getting walled because he's already got 30G there, but that's not the point. We're going to send the big stack over to that one. Remembering losing this one is less than an hour of recruiter. And we've still got just under 5 days left, so we're talking 120 odd hours worth of recruiter still to go in this season. So it's not too bad losing an hour worth. What's this? Troops have returned. I wonder whether you can get those across in time, and this is really annoying. This is the second time today. Well, not second time today, second time in this recording. It's happened many times today. I'm just going to move troops backwards and forwards into the city and see if I can get them to come back, because I haven't actually lost the VP for it yet. There we go. The fact he didn't move these means there's probably more troops coming. That's only 1.3 T. I'm going to hit him with 3 T. And hopefully catch a wall, and then he's just going to be too far behind me to catch up. Send these troops over here. I really need a snipe, it's not a snipe, hit that as soon as possible. And I'm going to be a long way off a level up. It's quite thankful, it was quite nice that he claimed those troops and at least give me 100% XP. And we need to make sure I go back onto full cautious. In my previous videos I used to change back every single time. I've gotten a bit lax lately and it's really cost me a few times, especially from going to bed and leaving myself in Guardian gear, because I do invest my gold as I go. Okay, what's happening here? 128, so he's just done a troop regroup. That's fine. Cool. Do another multi-scout. I was expecting to catch some troops there and I didn't. We're going to split this because we just need to get on top of these before he gets troops in to defend. So we'll just quickly run through these ones. Once I've ran through these 7, then I've got this area locked off for quite some long distance marches. On islands where they're new release islands that come up after the season started, they're often very sparse for where the cities are. That can benefit a faster player a lot more than a slower player. Slower player will benefit when they're defending just a little cluster like these 5 here, because the march times to get over to them are just ridiculously long and they might only have to march a little bit. But in a sense of fighting across these big chasms of no city zones, you're definitely advantaged as a faster player. So it's actually advantage to the attacker on these islands if you can make headway and get actually onto them. Man, everyone's climbing out of the woodworks as soon as I am no longer here to defend. It's fine. I'll probably put 1 more level on that 134 and then feel pretty safe in it, and then save my gold for putting levels on these cities. Cool, I'm going to keep sending troops over to this one because we're going to need this as our way to get more cities. The goal here is to clear Doothans. He's forgotten he's got 19G sitting there. And I think he's given up on these cities here. That was 399G, wasn't it? No, 339. Okay, what are we talking? 5.18. That should be nice and safe. And if I manage to successfully push these guys off the island, I'll try and claim the whole island to myself, and then I'll move back up to that one and claim it back off X-Bus. And try and hold both islands to the end of the season. It's a bit of a long shot, but we'll give it a go. Especially because I'm versing multiple players here, just as myself, though I know a lone city was coming. This is not alone, it's a new clan mate who joined today. Yeah, I don't know what's happening. To all the players in bronze and silver, what I'm going to do to capture all these pink players is I'm going to demo attack them. A demo attack is when your troops are demoralized, your marches run slower. More so in higher tier leagues because it's actually nerfed more and more depending on what league you're in. And when a city is like at level 123, it actually becomes quite a bit harder for the person holding it to be able to defend it against someone like myself demoing it, especially if I'm just putting in a lot of hours into demoing them. So I'm reasonably confident that over a few days I should be able to capture most of this island through demo attacks, but we shall see. We'll go over to this 115 here and just work across the top there. Just get these 3 and then I can come and hit on this side here. He's gone pink again, as you can see. That's alright, we keep going. We take every one of his cities until... Oof. I scouted that and didn't... This is what happens when you're commentating. That's all right. Okay, we speed boost it up to here. That. And that. Let's go and have a look at that report because I'm interested in what his Guardian is. Sweet, so he's still sitting in his base stats. I lost double the troops, but as I said, that's only an hour of recruiter. So we're down to, what, 118 hours, a little less of effective recruiter. But if I can shoot my recruiter up after all this to maybe once I'm back in recruiter mode, I could potentially go quite high here. Maybe 30 G an hour or something like that. X-Bus is sitting in 4th. I'm just got to keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't get another level. Skip the middle one, I think. Just go straight for this one. These are his bigger level cities, so it might be good to actually sneak over this way soon. I would like to clear out this though. Okay, what do we got? Don't think he's going to be able to get across to there, and then I'll just full stack that. Got another 100 G over here. What's always good to do when you're doing a few attacks like this as well is just to go and check order by troop count and see if you've got big stacks of troops sitting anywhere. Grab that one quickly. Interesting that Terabyte came in. Tells me a couple things. X-Bus let him land. Came in through this temple. Would have taken him a while to get here. And X-Bus is hitting for 4.41. That's fine. They can keep taking it. If I was playing for the top 1%, this would have been a bad move, making this attack. Because I was more guaranteed than not to just sit on my cities and do alright. We won't let that 1T, 1G take an L. We'll send them up there. We'll actually do a regroup on these ones. I didn't regroup these ones. Terabyte is moving quite quickly. Let's have a look. What's his base striker? So we do a scout. We have a look. He's only got 122%. Then we look at what we've been attacked with. Minus 122 off that is 339. Yeah. So about the same as mine. So the next attack spot's going to be from here. We'll just get our troops over into place. He's gone red again. That's simply due to me losing VP. 145, that's a shame. Don't know how he just went pink again, but we'll send the attack anyway. Don't think he can get across from there to there in a minute. We shall see. So we'll just keep tracking how we're doing. So I've lost about a G of recruiter from the city's going, but got 600 G gold. I'll just keep letting it funnel in. If I start noticing I'm getting hit for a bit more, then I'll add another level to that 135. Because another level is going to shoot it almost all the way up to 6T. But I don't think I need it at the moment. And we're just going a little bit slow on these ones, just to make sure we lock them all in. Did he move aside? No, it looks like he's given up. We both lost about the same there. But I'm losing other cities, which is why he's gone to red again. Did I get... I only got 50% XP for that. Okay, let's have a look. What have we got here? 129 G troops there. Suspect he's AFK. We'll just do this just to get across. Get these marching up to here. It's 5 minutes, a bit annoying. Just means I've got to edit more. Nine minutes. We'll speed boost those. Two seconds, they can go to this one. Remember to turn your speed boost off, 5 minutes. Okay, we'll come back in a minute. 6G here. Do you have troops in that one? Oh, don't tell me that's happened again. I updated before, so I'm running a different version from earlier today, but maybe this version is what's giving me the grief. There we go. Doofins is popping in and out of red, especially as I glitch out my troops. So I will kill off this 130G before I start going for these bigger numbers and try and just stay ahead of him. Dear Right's got a bloody fast army there. Can he hit 130? Yeah, maybe. That was way slower than I thought. I thought that would be like 20 seconds. This 400 mil here is costing me. Oh well. We'll pretend that didn't happen. He won't notice, right? They definitely don't recapture it. Whoops. I'm too distracted by laughing at my stupidity. How do we go? 2G. That's just disappointing, isn't it? If I'd got, what, maybe 30 mil more troops to that, it would have walled it. 400 million troops cost me. Yeah, I didn't rescout this, I don't think. It's alright. Does he still have his 70 there? So he's just given up. As opposed to these guys up the top, I've given up as well. Okay guys, we do have to get going soon, and I'm going to have an absolute nightmare of a time editing all this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my live reactions off, and then I'm going to see if I can hit pause and just jump through these cities here as I attack. So pause, attack, and so on. And then I'll give it a little outro after all this. So yes, hope you've enjoyed this one, and please enjoy the next part. Also do remember, there are sales happening at the current time in shop.millionlords.com. If you are purchasing anything there, I'd very much appreciate it if you use my promo code, which is IRON, I-R-O-N, all lowercase. It just gives me a little bit of support from you guys, and I'd very much appreciate it. That's a 2-minute march. I'll bring back all my troops before I go for this one, because I did just lose a few there. Speed boost them. Okay guys, peace.